Hello, water signs, and welcome to your daily focus tarot for Sunday. The first card that we have out that fell out was number 5, the Ash. Let's see if we can get it in focus. There we go. In the Ash, you can see the light streaming down and how it's illuminating the top of the head of this stem. The light is shining on the shoulders, but in reverse, the light is flowing away. It's flowing down. So the Ash, it can be talking about things like struggling to balance your shadow self. It can be talking about addictions, feeling isolated and lonely, hitting rock bottom. It also talks about asking for help when you need it. And for a clarifier, we have the Hierophant. And he's talking about institutions. So the institution could be the cause of this negativity, or it could be what you need to help you get out of the negativity, depending on your situation. So with the Ram, this card also talks about Aries, the zodiac sign Aries, but it can also talk about being, a ram can basically bulldoze his way through anything if he wants to. He's very strong. He puts his head down and he butts his head into things. He rams into things. He's got the Staff of Life, the combination of male and female, the Ankh, and the sun in his hand. So he's holding life, he's controlling life here, this Emperor. And the Ash is saying, in reverse, is saying take control of your own life, whether you need to ask people for help in that, or whether you need to get away from people. Like the Emperor talks about institutions and stuff. So it could be that you need to get away from an institution or a particular dogmatic way of thinking. Sorry about that. Do you need to set boundaries? Maybe you need to set boundaries with the people around you, the stuff that you're taking in, that you're watching, that you're listening, what you're eating, especially if it's unhealthy for you, and you could be coming to the realization that certain things are unhealthy for you. We also have mistletoe. And the mistletoe, it's talking about healing and spiritual development. It says it's a gateway between worlds. Sorry, I'm just reading the book. I'm not as familiar with the mistletoe card. It's signaling a time of fertility. Now, fertility doesn't necessarily mean with crops or with children. It can also mean with ideas, be it ideas for work, spiritual ideas, ideas on how to mend relationships. Although this card is mainly talking about spirituality. For the clarifier, we have 7 of Cups. Excuse me. And to me, this one, it's symbolizing, this particular 7 of Cups to me always makes me think of greed. It makes me think of, he's hoarding the cups, but then he's also got this figure that's wearing a mask. The figure isn't who they're pretending to be, and it is talking about wishful thinking, but they've also got the skull here, which always makes me think of Hamlet, and it makes me think of, am I really this greedy person? Am I, is this who I really want to be? And that goes hand in hand with talking about addictions, not necessarily saying that people who have addictions or who are dealing with that are greedy. What it's trying to say is that be careful of falling for illusions. Be careful of allowing those addictions, those problems that you might have, whatever form they're taking, don't allow them to cloud your judgment. Don't allow them to put a mask on you. Take that mask off. Look at yourself for who you are, and look at your life for what's going on in your life. Pay attention to it and think long and hard about it, At the bottom of the deck in your unconscious, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is almost to the 10, which is almost to the complete satisfaction. So there's a harvest here. She's harvesting these grapes, this fruit of knowledge. She's harvesting this, and she's, getting material wealth. She's getting material satisfaction. She looks very leisurely here. So when you do this work, that the heather, that the ash, that the Emperor, and the Seven of Cups is asking you to do, you're going to get closer to being satisfied with your life and with yourself internally. Underneath that one, we had the Well, which is about creativity. It's about the unconscious and the emotional and spiritual, and being creative, coming up with creative solutions for your problems. And then under that, the Ten of Pentacles. You see the grapes there, but then you also see the family, the knowledge between the elder and the younger, the loyalty. They don't want for anything. They're, he's got the colors of the earth and the sun, and he's got the colors of royalty of the sky at night, at twilight, and the silver there of age, even if you couldn't tell that he was older. So this is, talking about satisfaction, talking about achieving what you want. If you use your creativity, if you do this work, this spiritual work with the mistletoe, the spiritual work, don't give in to the wishful thinking or to the mask. Take the mask off. Focus on what you need to do internally, okay? The outside world can take a break for a while. You don't need to focus on it. If you need help doing that, there's plenty of help available. Just seek it, okay? Have a great Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow.